All right, so what we're going to be looking at next is how the central idea develops over time. So you need the handout that looks like this, and go ahead and write the central idea in the center, that the Burmese python is taking over Florida. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how I go through my article to find the relevant details. And I'm looking for details that support this central idea specifically. So the first thing that I do is I take a look at my article, and I'm going to use my margin notes. And I notice that this whole introduction basically just tells me about how this thing came about. So the first mention of even a snake is in the third paragraph, but it doesn't tell me that they are taking over Florida. The first mention of a problem is the fourth paragraph, but it doesn't talk about what the problem is. Using my text features, I see that this section is called out of place, so that might be an indication that this could relate to our central idea. And based on my margin notes, I have Everglades in Asia, and I'm reminded that this is about the fact that the Burmese python is not native to the Everglades, but they are in fact from southern Asia. So now I'm going to look here, and it says that Burmese pythons are not naturally found in the Everglades. Burmese pythons are living and breeding in the Everglades, though. So that's going to be my first detail. So let's add that into our chart. And I just put that in my own words. Not native to the Everglades, but breeding there. So back to our article, I'm looking for a second detail. I'm going to do the same thing that I did, kind of skim through the article. This tells me that became as pets, they began to grow, people were regretful, so they put them out in the wild. That tells us how they got to the Everglades in order to breed, but that doesn't tell me that they're taking over. Same thing with the hurricane setting them free by damaging buildings, pet stores. All right, so turning to the next page. I see that this section is entitled Snake Invaders, so again, using my text features, that's probably an indication that there might be something here as I support that the Burmese python is taking over. And this first sentence, the fact that they are an invasive species, and telling me what that is. So that's going to be my second detail. So go ahead and write that, and note that there are quotation marks around that because I took that directly from the text. Okay, my third detail then, I'm seeing that in this paragraph where it says pythons eat almost anything, if they're eating almost anything, that means they're taking over that area, and they'll eat anything that's there. So that's my third detail. Pythons eat almost anything. Again, I have quotation marks around it. I've taken it from the text. Okay, the last detail, I'm going to let you find it. And so I will tell you that you are going to find that last detail in the section at the very end, We Are at War. So remember, you're looking for one detail that supports the central idea that Burmese pythons are taking over Florida.